adjudicatory subcommittee has met for a number of hours to consider the 13 counts forwarded to us in the statement of alleged violations and has reached a conclusion that we are reporting at this time. Count 1, conduct in violation of the Solicitation of Gifts Act, has been proved by clear and convincing evidence. Count 2, conduct in violation of the Code of Ethics for Government Services, has been proved by clear and convincing evidence. Count 3, conduct in violation of the House Ethics rule. The committee was unable to reach a conclusion by clear and convincing evidence and divided on a 4-4 vote. Count 4, conduct in violation of the Postal Service laws and Franking Commission regulations. The committee found violation by clear and convincing evidence. Count 5, conduct in violation of the franking statute. The committee found that that conduct was completely covered by the conviction in count 4, and the interpretation of the statute was more properly before the executive and judicial branches. Count 6, conduct in violation of the House Office Building and Commission regulations. We found a violation by clear and convincing evidence. Count 7, conduct in violation of the Purpose Law and Members Handbook. We found a violation by clear and convincing evidence. Count 8, conduct in violation of the letterhead rule. The committee found that was proven by clear and convincing evidence. Count 9, conduct in violation of the Ethics in Government Act and House Rule 26, the financial disclosure provisions. We found a violation by clear and convincing evidence. Count 10, conduct in violation of the Code of Ethics for Government Service relating to Lenox Terrace. The committee found conviction by clear and convincing evidence. Count 11, conduct in violation of the Code of Ethics for Government Service Clause 2. We found a conviction by clear and convincing evidence. Count 12, conduct in violation of the Code of Conduct, letter and spirit of House rules. The committee found that to be proved by clear and convincing evidence. Count 13, conduct in violation of the Code of Conduct reflecting discreditably upon the House. A majority found that to be proven by clear and convincing evidence on a vote 7-1. I would note that does conclude the deliberations of the Administrative Subcommittee. I would note that our deliberations are covered by Rule 7 of the Committee on Standards of Official Conduct, which prohibit discussion of our deliberations publicly and require us to keep the confidentiality of our session. I would ask members of the public to respect our obligations relative to the rules. Before asking the ranking member if he would like to make a brief comment, I would just like to conclude by saying that none of the members of this committee are volunteers. This has been a difficult assignment, time-consuming, and we have approached our duties diligently, and that includes every member of this subcommittee. We have tried to act with fairness, led only by the facts and the law, and I believe that we have accomplished that mission. I do give thanks to each of the members who have worked so hard to do the right thing, as well as the staff who have worked extraordinarily hard and many, many hours to present this case to us. With that, I'd like to turn to the ranking member, Mr. McCall, for any brief comments he may have.
And thank you, Madam Chair. Just let me say first that, as you mentioned, no one asked for this assignment. Sitting in judgment of a fellow member, a colleague, is a very difficult task, but I believe that you, Madam Chair, and all the members of this subcommittee have handled yourselves in a very nonpartisan, professional manner, and dignified manner, which I hope will restore credibility to the House of Representatives. As you mentioned, Madam Chair, we were able to reach consensus on 12 of the 13 counts, with count 3 being a split vote, 4-4. When we look at count 13, it talks about reflecting credibility on the House and discussing dishonor. I'm hopeful as we move forward with this matter into the next phase that at the end of the day, we will be able to begin an era of transparency and accountability, a new era of ethics that will restore the credibility of this House, the People's House. And with that, I yield back.
Thank you. The gentleman yields back, and I would note just technically it was 11 of 13 because we rolled 5 into 4. I would just like to note the next procedures. We will be meeting briefly just to approve the brief report that goes to the full committee. After we recess from this session, I will be contacting the ranking member of the full committee so that we can schedule the sanction hearing that is the next step in this process under our rules, and we will certainly give notice of that.
Madam Chairman, I made just one clarification. We did achieve consensus, so
we did achieve consensus. You are correct. With that, we will recess to the closed session this afternoon to briefly go through the language, and thanks to all of you.
You said why you deadlocked on the one count?
We're not under our rules permitted to discuss.
The last count, though, wasn't a full consensus, correct?
That was
7-1.
That's correct.
Everything else we should assume, though, was consensus. Because you only
I only
read 2
reported
votes.
the divided votes.
And,
Yes.
and the votes, how people voted, is that public on the 7-1?
No. Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you.
When do you expect sanction?